Okay, so the last couple of weeks we've had very heavy conversations about children, the choices we make around children, and parenting. And this, of course, is due to the fire at Moi Nairobi girls. But before we get into the big conversation on should you send them to boarding school, should you not, can we start at the very beginning? Do you want to be a parent? No, you heard me right. Because I think one of the things that drives me a little crazy, and I'm allowed to say this because I'm a grown woman, is the number of people who are resentful and bitter and annoyed that they have children and constantly spend their lives trying to outsource those children. In fact, what drives me crazy is hearing people who send their children to boarding school when they are 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't want to have children, allow me to say this clearly and loudly so that we can start having this conversation. Because we have it behind closed doors. If you don't want kids, don't have them. No law requires you to do so. And the reason I say this is I have friends who are, as couples and individuals, are clear that they don't want children. Okay? And I admire those people for their sincerity. A gentleman goes out and finds a woman who believes in what he believes in, and he tells her, I don't want kids. Or a woman actually tells a guy, I don't want children. Okay? What annoys me is the rest of us, the people who go and check the boxes. And we check the boxes from day one and make everybody miserable. We start off by checking the box of, let me get married, tick. 2 children, tick. And I remember the first time it hit me really hard that people were checking off boxes, and the collateral damage is other people. Was when my pediatrician, this was a couple of years ago, my daughter was probably about 2 years old, and I don't know why we were talking about the beginning of school, and he said, this time of the year breaks my heart because the number of women who come in here saying, I can't wait for them to go back to school. And it's not said in jest. In fact, I asked him, are you sure that, it's not said in, I can't wait for them to go back to school? He says, no, these are women who are very clear. I did my duty. The in-laws have shut up. I have given birth. Now leave me alone. You can't do that. I'm sorry, you cannot do that. So before we have long-winded conversations about are we outsourcing our children? Are we expecting the school to raise them? Should we send them to boarding school or not? Do they enjoy boarding? No, let's start at the beginning. Do you want to be a parent? Do you? If you don't, it's okay. And here's the other thing. When you meet people who tell you, I don't want children, I know quite a number of people, most of them, by the way, in media, who tell you, I don't want to be a parent. Respect it. When you meet couples who tell you that we have chosen not to have children, respect it. Because I have more time for people who are clear that they don't have the capacity to be parents than the annoying, selfish people who decide because of social pressure and to be seen to be a certain way, and of course children are fantastic accessories, you have children who you then make miserable. And then we start having long conversations about suicide rates and depression among young people. Where do you think it came from? Let's start at the beginning. Do you want to be a parent? If you don't, don't. If you do, very much like love, parenthood is a decision. It's not a feeling. Love is not a feeling. It's a decision. Lust is a feeling. It's okay. Let's debate. But I'd rather we start talking than this other nonsense we're doing. We've been hiding for too long. Let's go there. All right? Subscribe and come back. Let's talk about the decisions. Yeah? Once we've said, yes, I want to be a parent. Let's talk about the decisions.